So I just wanted to do a quick little updates, goals kind of thing real fast. Talk a little bit about my goals for just upcoming stuff. Obviously, I want to keep working on my writing all year. I want to keep working on my reading. I was watching a video by Kate Cavanaugh, and she talked about trying to do a readathon a month, and that sounded really fun. And she linked her readathon that she's doing for this month, and I was like, ooh, that sounds like a fun one to get started with. It's a get done readathon. Get stuff done is how I would put it, but anyway, it's a get stuff done readathon. So here are the different categories for within this readathon. It's one that's supposed to last the entire month of January, so you've got a lot of time to finish it. You've got the option of reading a book from a subscription box, reading a book that's been the longest on your TBR, read a classic, start or end a series, read a book for review, and or a book that was a gift. So, my kind of thoughts on this, I'm not involved in any subscription boxes, so unless I watch someone's subscription box video and find a book from that I want to do, that one's not really an option for me, but that's okay. We don't have to do everything on this list. For the read the book longest on a TBR, I don't know specifically what would be the longest book on my TBR, but my current TBR of what I've been trying to finish, the longest one would probably be the Invisible Library one that I got from Barnes & Noble that was that mystery book unwrapping one. I really want to actually finish it, and so, I guess I've started reading it, so I don't know if that counts as a TBR, but it's been a lot longer to finish it than I wanted it to be, because I have enjoyed what I've read so far. So that's going to be my goal on that particular item, is that I want to finish the Invisible Library. As for reading a classic, I'm thinking I would like to try to read Don Quixote, which is a really big, long one, so I don't know how possible it'll be to read in the time frame of a month, especially since I have to get it from the library in some format, and putting it on hold is going to take a little bit of time to get it, but that's my goal. I think Don Quixote would be a really interesting one. I've liked English classics a lot, but I haven't really ventured outside of English ones, so I think Don Quixote could be a fun one to try, and it's supposed to be a pretty good book. It is a classic, so I want to just jump into that. As for starting or ending a series, I was talking to one of my friends recently, and she recommended books by Anne Bishop, since I tend to have, or I have in the past, and still to some degree do, werewolf books a lot and stuff, and she said Anne Bishop had some good werewolves, so I'm going to try to read that. I forget exactly what the first one's called, something with red in the title. I've put it on hold, so that'll be for starting or ending a series. Pretty much any of these could be reading a book for review, so that ticks off that box real nicely. And then as for reading a book that was a gift, one of my dear friends, her and I have the tradition of sending each other a book every Christmas. We pick one book that we've read out of the year that we send to each other, and so I'm going to read her book that she sent me. I honestly can't think of the title right now, and I don't have the book on me because I'm a lazy bum. But that'll be my final book that I'll put on this. I don't know if it's realistic to expect that I'll read through all of these. At least if I don't get a copy of Don Quixote fast enough, I can probably read the rest of them pretty quickly, especially since I've already started the Invisible Library. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's kind of my TBR. I guess that gives me with my TBR book, and Don Quixote, the Anne Bishop series to get started, any of them as a review book, and then the one that was a gift. That gives me 4 books to try to get through for this month, so that's not awful, other than that Don Quixote is really large, and I don't know when I'll get my copy of it. But yeah, that's kind of my reading goals for this month, so we'll see how it goes. This is the Umla Harbor, signing out.